Be me. High school kid in small town. Popular state park in town that friends and I frequent to smoke weed and fuck around in. 3 houses in the middle of the park that you can only access by the trails. Pretty nice houses at one time, not some tiny cabins. Driveway had an entrance to small road nearby that was pretty hidden and gated. Friend tells me has been inside the houses and they're abandoned. Strange part is they seemed completely abandoned, but every once in a while there would be luxury vehicles in the driveway. Once every few weeks to few months. We're talking Porsches, Hummers, Lambos etc., lots of them, like 5 or 6 at a time or none. Not something you see every day in my rural small town. Make a plan to go in the house anyway. My buddy is absolutely sure they are abandoned and completely unworried. Meet up at the park with 6 people. Myself, 4 friends, 1 friend's GF. Friend's GF stat is a cop in our town. The one who has already been there starts leading the way up the trail. Trail turns into cobblestone, then paved over with asphalt as we approach the houses. Get to the central driveway of the 3 houses. Cars aren't there, coast is clear. Houses look abandoned with a couple weird exceptions. One has broken windows, overgrown by ivy and even some graffiti on it, but a satellite dish on the roof that looks brand new. Friend leads us to the back door, which was already ajar. Inside is very fucking weird. No furniture. No signs of inhabitants, no clothes, no pictures etc. Lots, and I mean lots, of canned goods. Every single room has stacks of cans and old bottles. Seem to be ranging in age for at least 100 years. Pile of Spam cans and beans that were no older than a couple years old next to glass Windex bottles from the 1930s. Jars filled with random shit everywhere, containing anything from spices to hardware, to coins. Walk around both floors only to find every room is exactly the same, with collections of random canned and jarred goods. Be me, 10 to 11 years old. Friend from baseball team invited a bunch of us for some sleepover thing. 7 of us there, we're watching Avengers outside. He brings out 3 flashlights, suggest we go into the forest behind his house. I get one, he gets one, another kid gets one. 2 kids go with him, 1 with me, another with 3rd flashlight kid. We go separate from the others into the woods. Boy with me says, how deep into the woods are we going? He's the only pussy of the group. Until we get lost. Plan to mess with him works, he's clearly scared. Walk for a few minutes, same old trees, nothing notable. Boy stops, dead silent. I turn around to him. Looks like he is about to burst into tears as he points up. Turn back around. Fucking deer split down the middle, intestines all over the place, claw marks all over it and the trees around. Highest claw marks are 20 feet up on the trees. The deer is still breathing. We turn back and run like we've never fucking run before. We get back. Everyone has been waiting for us. We say that we're all sleeping inside, no further explanation. Tell the kid that organized the whole thing the next day what we found. Parents went into the forest. Didn't find anything, no blood, deer, or claw marks. Both me and the boy with me know what we saw. Be me. Decide to visit video game friends in Missouri. Drive 11 hours. Get there and start walking with them. Me, 2 dudes. And my girlfriend-to-be. Walking down this trail at like midnight. Smoking swishers.gif. All is right with the world, continue walking. Come across a section on the trail canopied by trees for probably a few yards. To the left of it from where we are is a large pond, to the right a tall grass field. Earl shit posting until I see these fucked up things jump across the path from the fucking bank of the pond into the tall grass field. One of the 2 dudes sees it too. They look like the height of a doe, but they're all skinny in the loins like a greyhound. Tell everyone to just ignore it for now and keep the remaining swisher lit. Secretly paranoid because I know about stories and shit like this. Make sure the others are calm. Begin to hear something like a fox whine coming from the edge of the tall grass that gets closer to us but won't leave the grass. Decide to turn around and hoof it back. Tell other dude to keep that fucking swisher lit. Fox whine sounds like it's just repeating itself almost mechanically. Still following us. Everyone on edge. Get back to the car and fuck off from that little park. Several months later someone commits suicide on that same trail. Does anyone know what the fuck I saw? It was too big to be a coyote or a fox and too emaciated to be deer. Me. Laying on bed. Close eyes to rest. Not really sleeping, just in a very relaxed state. Mind begins to drift. Now things get difficult to explain. Sorry. Suddenly feel myself in some limbo-like place. Pure white. Eyes remain closed. I am obviously physically laying in bed. I feel there is a massive sphere-like energy entity. I am just a very small speck compared to it. I do not feel any negative feelings out of it, or feelings at all. It's just a being that is there. Sorry, that's the best way I have to describe it. I decide to concentrate on it. I request a little of its energy since it's so big and I am so small compared to it. A small part of the big sphere-like thing detaches from it and gets closer to me. It's about 2-3x times bigger than me, but still very small compared to the big one. It makes contact with me. I open my eyes at this point. Suddenly I feel a massive amount of energy coursing through my body. It feels as if there was a raging tide, covering my entire body like a bubble. I can move but it's difficult, the raging tide makes my entire body ache. I try to concentrate like I did when I requested it. This time I ask for it to return to wherever it came from. Energy suddenly leaves. I can now move. Entire body aches a little during the day, it's fine after a day or so. What the hell was that? I have experienced sleep paralysis many times before, and I am sure it wasn't it. That raging tide feeling was unique. Can anyone recommend me some good books on supernatural energies? I want to research what it was. The good stuff. Not some self-help vibes hippie nonsense. Me. Find thy will. Do what thou wilt. Tell others. Know how selfish of you, think of others, faggot. Explain to them it's my will. They get madder. I get sentimental. Okay, maybe I'd give a little bit. Give in. Do for others. Gain no peace of mind out of it. People start using you for material gain. Say fuck it. Go back to my will. No, you fucking selfish pig, think of me and them and 100 others. No. You bout to get cancelled, bitch. I'ma end your whole career. Get cancelled. Stumbling blocks in my will. Forced to take extreme measurements by digging out the curses and hexes. Ongoing process. The struggle is real, y'all. Me. Around 6 years old. Wake up in dead of night. Can't remember the time. Scramble out of room needing to pee. Out of the corner of my eye flickers. See large, black cloaked figure. Gulp. Closer look at it and it resembles a cross between a plague doctor and the Grim Reaper. Deathly white skin, wearing a mask with a long curved beak but could see the fiend's mouth and eyes. Short, sharp teeth. Coal-colored eyes. Talon nails sticking out from underneath sheet body. With raspy sneer it hisses and floats towards me. I am the emissary of the living dead. Practically piss my pants, stare at the emissary for 5 minutes afraid it'll kill me if I move. It vanishes. Rush to bathroom to empty my bladder and bowels. Struggle to sleep the rest of night. I've never seen the emissary since, but it lives rent-free in my mind. I've always wondered if this was my child mind reinterpreting a horror movie, but I can't think of any movie that has an entity like this. Me 19 years old. Meet with GF after not seeing each other for a few months. Fool around with her and get into sexy time. Finally night. Get to sleep with her. Wake up in middle of the night. You are hugging her. Feelness.jpg. Someone opens door to my bedroom. My GF opened it and comes through the door. What? Realize you aren't hugging your GF. Hyperventilate. Wake up. My GF woke me up because I was hyperventilating. I know this may be just a shit story, but every time I remember it, it just spooks me. It spooks me cause I didn't remember any single dream for a few years from that situation. Wanted to achieve lucid dreaming, achieved it, after which I had constant nightmares about my ex-GF dying. Not super scary, but my only experience. Be me a year ago or so. Chilling in bed, trying to sleep. I start to feel breathing on my neck. Regular, gentle cold blows of air. Assess my situation, I'm alone, the window is closed. Maybe I'm somehow blowing the air through my sheets this way. Hold my breath to check if I'm doing it myself. It continues. It's also out of sync with mine. I even stick out my leg to see if there is a breeze in my room, but no. Fuck this. I turn around to face it. It stops. Fuck you, ghost, or whatever. Something that happened a few months ago and I have no way to explain it. Be me. Live in studio apartment, used to be a motel. Also live alone. Nobody comes over. Getting ready for work one morning. Throw on shirt, notice something on the wall by the window. Something red is smeared all over. Looks like blood. No, I didn't do it. No sign of a break-in, window closed and locked. Nothing has been stolen. Clean it off, never happens again. Pic related. I honestly have no idea what this was or what it means, if anything at all.